Hey everyone, my name's Britt and I help manage a facility downtown Toronto for Personal Best. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through a fit yoga program. Follow along as best you can. Take breaks whenever you need it. If anything feels uncomfortable, feel free to go into child's pose and take a breather and then jump back in when you're ready. I'm going to do this all in one take, so you're probably going to hear me say, oops, I mean your other left, your other right, etc. But just go with it, have fun, and just be happy that you made time for yourself today to move your body. All right? Okay, let's do it. Okay, so coming to the front of the mat, you're going to go toes and heels together into mountain pose, thinking body tall, shoulders relax, nice straight spine. We're going to do 5 inhales, exhales. We're going to reach up tall, looking to the ceiling, let the lungs expand, and then exhale, dive down, pushing your hips back and lengthening out the hamstrings. Inhale, reach up tall, nice wide open chest, and then exhale, dive down. On your way down, trying to lengthen those hamstrings. Inhale, reach up, pushing through the heels, lifting the chest, arms overhead. Exhale, dive down. 2 more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, dive down. 1 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. On this last one, let's stay to the floor. Let your head drop. Let your shoulders round. If this is too much pressure on the hamstrings, feel free to bend the knees slightly. If you've been sitting all day, I'm sure you're like, ooh, this hurts already. So I'm wishing you good luck. All right, let that body hang. Let the hamstrings lengthen. Good. Now let's slowly roll all the way up, letting your shoulders, head and neck come up last, and give yourself a shoulder roll there. Okay, we're gonna go and do a little bit of a side bend here. If you rather, you can do legs hip width apart if you feel like you want to be a little bit more sturdy, or if you can, try toes and heels together. We're gonna go arms up overhead, interlacing the fingers. We're gonna squeeze our ears nice and tight. We're gonna inhale, reach up tall, and then exhale, lean to the right, pushing your hips far out to the left. You're trying to maintain that squeeze, hanging onto the ears, keeping your chest open, and try not to allow your arms to bend like so. So really trying to squeeze here. You're gonna feel this along your side, especially if you've been sitting all day. With every exhale, trying to lean a little bit more. And on your next inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, dive down opposite side. Same idea. Trying to not let that shoulder round forward like so. You want to open up your chest. You're squeezing your ears the entire time. Reaching with the arms, making them nice and strong while pushing your hips to the far right. This is a hard one to breathe through, so try to make sure proper inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, let the arms fall. Okay, we're gonna go through and do 1 balancing pose, stability pose rather. You're getting off lucky. I normally take you guys through 3 or 4 and everyone gives me a giant eye roll, so let's focus on this one, okay? Simple tree pose, lots of variations, so choose what works for you. I'll face you guys for this one. We're gonna plant down our left foot. Bring your right foot either onto your calf muscle or your inner thigh. Try to avoid the kneecap, okay? So bringing that foot up wherever feels comfortable for you. And then when you feel good, bring your arms at center. Shoulders relaxed, body tall. Trying to open up that knee to help that hip open. Try to make sure you're pushing throughout the entire foot, so from the toes to the heels. Focusing more on the fact that this is all about stability, not about balance. So trying to engage the hamstring and glutes on the way up. If you feel confident here, you can lift the arms up overhead. You don't have to, you can keep them at center. And if you come out of it, just try again. If you feel really strong, bring those arms forward. And then let's see if I can do this with you. Let's rotate towards that bent knee, engaging the core, shoulders relaxed, body tall, core engaged. Breathe while you're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, back to center. And then bring your hands in and release. Okay, I totally got lucky there. Okay, let's see if I can do the opposite side. planting right foot down. Same idea, left leg up, either at your inner thigh or calf muscle. When you feel good, bring your hands at center. So while you're here, making sure shoulders aren't up, right? That's how you guys sit all day. So let's try to drop those shoulders down. Good. Opening up that left knee. Breathe here. Even pressure throughout the sole of the foot, from the toes to the heels. Lengthening, using the strength in the hamstring and glutes to hold that stability. And again, if you feel good here, go arms up overhead. Hold. You can stay where you are, or if you're feeling confident, strong, or just want to give it a try, bring those arms forward. And it's okay if you come out of it. Good, and let's try to rotate towards that bent knee. Core nice and tight. Hold strong for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring your hands to center. Bring it in. And release, very good. All right, let's get into our sun salutations. I'm gonna cue you right and left for the same side that I'm doing, since we're not really mirroring each other. So try to listen to my cues as best you can. If you come out of something, no problem, jump back in. So coming to the front of your mat, toes and heels together into mountain pose. We're gonna go through some sun salutations to get us all warmed up. Let's inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, dive down, touch the toes. Inhale, come up to flat back. Engage those lats, shoulders relaxed, lengthening the hamstrings. On your next exhale, forward fold. And let's step back into plank. So plank position, reminder, hands are directly underneath the shoulders, lining up shoulder, elbow, wrist. If you can, try to bring that belly button to your chest so you're engaging the glutes. Hold here. On your next exhale, 2 options. You can drop to the knees first and then hover down, or go hovering down right from the toes. So you're gonna hover all the way down and then inhale, up dog. So you should be on the tops of your feet here, shoulders relaxed. You don't have to have your knees and hips off the ground like myself. You can drop here all the way if you wish. Try to bring those shoulders down, looking up to the sky. Good, we're gonna curl the feet, push back, down dog position. Let's pedal out the heels up and down here. You can let the shoulders drop, give yourself a little bit of a wiggle. Good. Now looking at the hands, you're gonna go ahead and take as many steps as you need to bring those feet all the way up. And then inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, center. Let's go through that again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive down, touch the toes. Inhale, come up to flat back. And now exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank. Inhale, hold tight. Exhale, hover down, elbows in, and using your triceps and shoulders, inhale, up dog. Exhale, push back, down dog. Good, looking at the hands. This time you can step or jump, so bend the knees. 3, 2, 1, step or jump. Forward fold, inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, center. Good, now we're gonna add some warriors into this. So we're gonna start in chair pose this time. Toes and heels together. Squeeze the knees and inner thighs. You're gonna lift up your arms. If you have any shoulder injuries, go ahead, hands can go here, no problem. Okay, arms up, chest open. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale up to flat back. And now exhale into plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hover down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, push back, down dog. This time, take your right leg up in the air and you're gonna drive it all the way forward, all the way up to between your hands. So if that was challenging for you, what you can do is when you have that leg up, you're gonna put it to where you can, same hand behind the foot, by the ankle rather, and then baby step up until you reach up to your hand, okay? We're gonna push ourselves up, back heel off the ground, so you're more into a scattered lunge, so not planting that back foot. Make sure your front knee is in line with the hip. It's not bowing in like so, okay? So pushing that knee out, that's called knee tracking, so making sure you're there. Arms straight and strong. Again, any shoulder injuries, hands can go here, no problem. Good. On your next exhale, drop the hands, push back into plank. Exhale, hover down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, push back, down dog. Let's try that left side all the way up. Drive it forward, taking your time, as many steps as it takes. Arms up overhead. Dropping that back knee, really stretching out the hip here, front knee in line with my hip, not bowing in, pushing out. Hold. Very good. Next exhale, drop those hands. Last time through, going into plank. Exhale, hover down. Inhale up. Exhale, push back down dog. This time walking the feet nice and slow, keeping your hamstrings engaged, legs straight, all the way up to the hands. Let the shoulders round. Inhale, reach up, arms wide. Exhale, center. Okay, hopefully by now you feel nice and warm and you're ready to rock. So let's go through our first flow. Coming to the front of your mat. Toes and heels together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive down, touch the toes. Let's step back into plank. Straight, strong arms here, belly button to your chest, engaging the glutes. Breathe. Push back into down dog. In down dog, you want to think about lifting those hips nice and high while trying to drop the heels, but they shouldn't be able to touch. But make sure your shoulders aren't rounded, so really push those shoulders down, creating space between your ears and shoulders. Breathe through here. Let's go ahead, take that right leg up, drive it forward into active warrior one. So what that means is your back heel's off the ground. Go ahead, lift up. Hands together. Again, if you'd like, hands can go on your hips or on your shoulders, whatever feels good for you. If you'd like to add a challenge here, we're gonna go palms open, shoulder width apart. We're gonna come up to a soft knee. So what that means is our knee isn't completely locked, so keeping it nice and soft. We're gonna do warrior one lunges while engaging the back. So we're gonna drop down, squeeze our lats, and push. Inhale down, exhale push. Inhale down, exhale reach. Two more. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Let's go down and hold. Squeezing your back, shoulders relaxed. Imagine you're between two planes of glass, so your elbows shouldn't be behind you or forward, right in line. Let's go arms up overhead and rotate into warrior two. So warrior two, what you're gonna do is make sure that your front heel and the back arch of your foot are in line, and then you're bending that front leg towards the front of your mat, palms down. And yes, I know your quads are burning, that's the idea. I'm just smiling through it, so you can try and do that too, okay? All right, keeping that leg bent if you can. Let's go into reverse warrior two. So focusing on that side bend, that back left hand is just gently touching. My arm is over my ear. Yes, this leg is still bent. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Coming up. If you want to give those legs a shake, you can. If you haven't already, drop down nice and low. Warrior two lunges, keeping the arms where they are. We're going to come up to a soft knee and then drop down nice and low. Up, dropping low. And up, drop down. Two more. Up, drop down. Looking over that front arm. Up and down. Let's try one more. Drop the knee and hold for 5. Make sure the knee's not bowing in, pushing out. 4, hold. 3, hold. 2, hold, and 1. Good. Shake it out. Let's walk into dropping that knee one more time, side angle pose. So you're going to drop that right elbow onto the right knee. If you can, looking up to the ceiling. If you feel any neck strain, make sure to look to the side wall. If you're confident here, drop that right hand down. Pushing your elbow against your knee, fingertip lightly touching. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, push up. Straighten out that leg. Keeping the leg straight. Push your hips to the back of the mat and then hinge down, keeping both legs straight into triangle pose. Hands again aren't touching here, but if you need a little bit of help, A good time is to put a pillow here possibly for assistance. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Good. Now let's walk the feet in nice and close. And then we're just going to take a little baby step and turn both feet facing forward to the front of your mat. So toes are facing the front and both heels should be down. So if you feel like you're really reaching, let's bring that foot in nice and close. And we're going to go arms behind, grabbing onto your elbows, keeping your hips square, hinging at the hips to pyramid, keeping a nice straight spine, looking down slightly forward. So you should feel your hamstrings in that front leg. Now let's try and go arms forward to engage the core a little bit more. Really lengthening out the spine. You're going to feel your abs engage. You're going to feel your hamstrings on fire. Palms facing down. Let's go lat pull down arms. Squeeze and reach. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Reach and hold for 5. Shoulders down. 4. Reach. 3, 2, 1. Go up tall with the arms. Bring your hands to center and step forward. Very good. Okay, that's one side. Now we've got to even you out or we're going to have you guys walking in circles. Okay, so back to the front of your mat. Toes and heels together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down, touch the toes. Plant those hands, bend the knees, step back into plank. Breathe here. Push back into down dog. Again, feel free, adjust the hands, adjust the feet. You're not always going to step back into exactly where you want to be, so move yourself around to get into the proper pose for yourself. Good. This time, let's go left leg up in the air. Drive it all the way forward between the hands. Take as many steps as you need to. Back heel off the ground. Let's lift our body up tall into warrior 1. Active warrior 1, back heel off the ground. Good. Hands can be here, hands here, hands here. If you want to add that extra back work, we're going to come up to that soft knee. Palms are open, shoulder width apart. Inhale, squeeze your back. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, reach. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, good. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, let's go down and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up overhead. Let's transition to warrior 2. Warrior 2, reminder, front heel, back arch in line, and then bend towards the front of your mat. Making sure this knee isn't bowing in. You really want to push it wide, okay? Opening up the hip, engaging the quads. Arms are shoulder height. Looking forward towards that front arm. Hold here. Good. Now we're going to keep that front leg bent. Drop that right arm towards the back of your mat. Reverse warrior 2. So focusing on the side stretch as best you can. Yes, I know this leg is burning, but remember what I said about smiling through it. Be grateful that you took time for yourself today. Good. Hold here and forward. Keeping this leg bent. Warrior 2 lunges. So we're going to go soft knee, drop down nice and low. Coming up to a soft knee, try not to lock it out completely. Drop down and up, drop and up. Gazing over that front arm, drop and up. 1 more. Drop and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up, give those legs a shake. Bend that knee 1 more time. Drop the left elbow to knee, arm up overhead. And if you feel good here, go ahead and straighten that left arm all the way down, elbow into the knee, fingertips just touching and looking up to the ceiling. So you're trying to imagine fingertip to fingertip, one straight line. So your hand shouldn't be behind you, straight up. If you feel any neck strain, just look to the side. You don't have to look to the ceiling. Think about opening up your chest here. That left elbow's pushing against the left knee. Very good. Push yourself up nice and tall. Straighten out that front leg. Push your hips to the back of the room, and then hinge, drop down into triangle. Same idea. If you feel like you want a little bit of assistance, you can use a pillow here, a block to rest your hand on, but if you can, just lightly pushing against the inside of the ankle. Whew, and breathe. Very good. I love doing yoga because it's all about body awareness for me, so I think it's a good addition to any training, no matter what you're doing. So if you find this challenging, it's because you're doing something at a slow pace and you're listening to the body and you're seeing a lot of awareness going on. So try to be okay with that. And let's push ourselves up. Good. Now let's walk our feet in, nice and close. Bring your hands to center and let's turn forward. So a little bit of a baby step. Both toes should be facing forward, hips are square, heels on the ground, so you shouldn't feel like you're overextended. Bring your hands behind you, grabbing on opposite hand to elbow, shoulders square, hips square, and we're gonna hinge at the hips. So pushing your hips back, keeping your legs as straight as you can, looking down slightly forward, hold. So again, your goal here should be feeling that stretch on that front leg a little bit more than the back. Good. And if you want an added challenge, let's bring those arms forward. Stretching out the core, palms facing down, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, let's go for those squeezes. 5, and reach. 4, and reach. 3, and reach. 2, good, one more. Squeeze, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, arms forward, up and overhead. Bring your hands to center and drop. Very good. Okay, go ahead, shake it out, grab a quick drink if you need it. We're gonna go into a flow that's gonna take us to the floor now. So toes and heels to the front of the mat. Good. All right, let's go, arms up overhead, inhale. Exhale, dive down to the floor, stepping back into plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, push back, down dog. Good. We're gonna go right leg up in the air. Shift your body weight forward to the outside of the elbow, engaging the core. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant that foot back, push back into down dog. Going into the opposite side. Here we go. Inhale, forward. Exhale, big push. Inhale, forward. Exhale, big push. Inhale, forward. Exhale, push. One more. Inhale. Exhale. This time we hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant that foot, push back into down dog. Right leg up. Bring it all the way forward between the hands, and this time we're gonna drop the knee. Okay? So you're kind of gonna be in a track start position. We're gonna focus on opening up that back left hip. So you're gonna lift, drop the knee. Lift, drop the knee. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Lift and hold. Okay? You're like, oh, that one felt easy. Now here we go. We're gonna try to push our hips back and lift the toes up on that front foot, and that's where you're gonna say, woo! Okay, so those are called your hamstrings, okay? If you haven't felt those today, that's what those are, okay? So big push back there, and then let's release and push, release and push. Again, pillows can go here if this is too much of a reach for you. Drop down and push. One more. Drop down and push. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant those hands, push back into down dog. Let's bring that left leg up, forward between the hands. Same idea. We're gonna wake up those hip flexors, dropping the knee, and up. Inhale down, exhale up. 3, good.
Here's what I
2,
found.
good. 1, and up. Now waking up those hamstrings. And yes, that was Siri on my Apple Watch. Here's what I found. Drop down and push back. Waking up those hamstrings. Lift those toes up. Hands on pillows if you wish. Good. Inhale down. Exhale, push. Really try to keep the hips square, so try not to let the hips shift. Keep them down. Forward. Back. 2 more. Forward and back. 1 more. Forward and back. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant the hands, push back into down dog. Now we're going to stretch out glute and IT band. Bring that right leg up. Bring it all the way forward, right knee to right wrist. You're going to uncurl that back foot. So relax the back foot. Shift your hips back. Good. And for some, this is going to be enough of a stretch for you. You're going to say, oh my God, I feel like a pretzel. Okay, so if you feel this, I want you to hold it here and try to maximize this stretch. If you want to play around with it, lots of ways to do that. You can shift that front foot a little bit more forward. You can try going onto your elbows or possibly reaching forward. Completely up to you here, okay? So I want you all to go into whatever feels good for you, whether it's up tall or forward. And just let your head drop if you can. And breathe here. Good. Really trying to use your breath to sink deeper into the pose. You don't want to be bouncing or pacing side to side or anything, but you do want to let your body fall and sink deeper into the mat with every exhale. And if you're here and you don't really feel much, I would say make an adjustment, right? Whether that's reaching that back foot back further or reaching with the arms further. You made the time to do this session, so let's try to really benefit, especially with the stretching portion. Good, and when you're ready, come back up onto the hands if you're not already. We're gonna do the opposite side. So you're gonna flex your back foot, push back, and then lift that left leg up, left knee to left wrist. Uncurl that back foot, and then go ahead forward. Good. And again, let your head drop. You can adjust the foot, whatever feels good for you. Holding here. See how we're doing for time? Oh, almost there, okay. All right, when you're ready, coming up onto your hands, let's push back into a tabletop position. And we're gonna start with our knees wide and sit back into child's pose, knees wide. So arms forward. The goal here first is to try to sit your hips back as far as you can and then focus on the reach with the arms. You don't want to have your butt up in the air and reach really far, okay? So when you go knees wide, it's more focused onto the hips. We are going to bring the knees together, which will help stretch out the back a bit more. Good, slowly coming up. Now bring the knees together. Same idea, pushing those hips back as far as you can. Arms forward. If you like, you can play around with this and bring those arms to the far left. And arms to the far right. Good, slowly coming up, let's turn onto our backs now and give ourselves a little bit of a knee hug. Good, So bring the knees together. Let the knees go wide so that they're more over the shoulder as opposed to right over the rib cage, okay? So knees nice and wide, low back easily to the floor. You can roll out your ankles here if you wish, but really tugging in nice and tight. So you should feel the stretch in the hip flexors here. Good. Let's bring the knees together. Hug that left knee in, release the right leg to the floor. Again, pulling the knee more towards the shoulder. If you want to add a little bit of a back stretch, you're hugging that left knee. Take that right hand to the outside of the left knee. The left arm goes wide to the floor and cross over. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop. Okay. Can you tell this is the first thing I've done today? Good. If you didn't get any cracking there, that's good. You've been mobile, you've been moving. And if you did get some cracking like me, welcome to the club. Good. All right, slowly come up and switch sides, hugging that right knee in over the shoulder. And then now take that left hand to the outside of the right knee. That right arm goes straight to the floor and cross over. If you can, try to keep that right shoulder down while you gaze over your right arm. Trying to maintain a 90-degree bend here. Very good. Slowly come up. Give the knees a squeeze one more time, and let's roll ourselves up. Good. Okay. Let's finish lastly with our legs crossed. Whatever feels comfortable for you in this sitting position. Hands at your side, they can go forward. And let's just do a couple neck circles in both directions. Good, and we're gonna drop the right arm, elbow to the floor, side stretch. And switch. Arm up over ear. Okay guys, so that was our fit yoga class for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my jokes. And yeah, give it a try. Maybe try and do it a couple times even and see if you see any improvement. I think if you're sitting all day doing work, yoga is a great practice for you to get the body moving, opening up those hips, opening up the chest. But yeah, adding a little bit of work to it today with today's fit yoga class. If you have time, I would take a second to lie on the ground and do a little bit of relaxed breathing, but as much as I appreciate you guys all tuning in, I don't think you want to watch me do that. So I will finish with a quote that I always finish my classes with, a different quote each time. So today, don't run away from challenges, run over them. Okay? Thanks so much, guys. Hopefully I will see you on our next session week after week with Personal Best. All right, thank you.